You're staring at your phone again. The screen is dimming, but you tap it just to keep it awake. You sent that text 3 hours ago. You see she's online. You see the green dot. You know she's scrolling. You know she's talking to people, but she isn't talking to you. It's a gut punch. It makes your chest tight. You did everything right. You listened to her problems. You validated her feelings. You were the shoulder to cry on when her toxic ex blew her off. You were the safe harbor, so why is she currently parked in the driveway of the guy who treats her like an afterthought? Why is she obsessing over the man who leaves her on read for days, while you the guy who would drop everything for her are getting the slow fade? You feel gaslit by reality, you're angry, and you should be. Society told you that if you were kind, consistent, and respectful, you'd win. They lied. You're playing a game with rules that haven't been updated since the 1950s, while she's operating on biological software that's thousands of years old. You aren't losing because you aren't good enough. You're losing because you're boring. And to a woman whose brain is rewired for chaos, boring is worse than toxic. It's the ultimate ick. Let's look at the guy you're losing to. Let's call him Damon. Damon doesn't ask her how her day was. He tells her what they're doing tonight. If she flakes, he doesn't send a paragraph asking what's wrong. He goes out with someone else. He is indifferent. And that indifference is driving her absolutely insane. Why? It's not because she hates herself. It's because of a little psychological monster called intermittent reinforcement. Think of a slot machine. If you pulled the lever and won $5 every single time, you'd get bored in 10 minutes. You'd walk away. That's you. You are the guaranteed payout. You are consistent. There is no thrill, no risk, and no dopamine spike. Damon is the rigged machine. Sometimes he pulls the lever and gives her the world intense passion, validation, excitement. Then for 3 days, he gives her nothing. Cold silence, her brain goes into withdrawal. She starts chasing that high. She's not in love with him. She's addicted to the anxiety he creates. The uncertainty creates a chemical loop in her brain that feels like love, but it's actually just an obsession with winning his validation. You think your availability is a gift to her. It's a lack of value. When you reply instantly every time, you are signaling that your time is cheap. You are signaling that you have nothing better to do than wait for her. You are a simp in the truest evolutionary sense of male, with no other options. The narcissist signals abundance. He signals that he is the prize to be won. And human beings do not value what is free. They value what they have to work for. Let's talk about Mike. Mike is the version of you that refuses to change. Mike meets a girl who says she hates drama. Mike believes her. Mike becomes her therapist. He creates a perfectly calm, stable environment. He folds under pressure to avoid arguments. He apologizes when he didn't do anything wrong. And 6 months later, she leaves him for a guy who has a spark. She tells Mike, "You're a great guy, but I just don't feel it." She doesn't feel it because Mike provided safety, but he didn't provide tension. Sexual attraction requires tension. It requires a polarity. A magnet doesn't stick to another magnet if you flip it the wrong way. The narcissist provides negative tension, sure, but it's still tension. He challenges her. He holds a frame. If she acts out, he withdraws. If she disrespects him, he walks. He is willing to lose her. And because he is willing to lose her, he keeps her. You are terrified of losing her. And that fear reeks, she can smell it on you. It comes off in your texts, your body language, your constant need for reassurance. It triggers a lack of respect, and a woman cannot love a man she does not respect. So what's the play? Do you have to become a narcissist? Do you have to become a toxic manipulator? No, that's the weak man's interpretation of this dater. You don't need to be evil, you need to be formidable. The narcissist mimics high value because he puts himself first. You need to actually be high value by putting yourself first. You need to kill the part of you that seeks her approval as your oxygen. You need to have a mission, a purpose, and a life that is so compelling that a woman is an addition to it, not the foundation of it. When you send that text and she doesn't reply, you don't stare at the screen. You go to the gym, you build your business. You go out with friends, you don't punish her. You simply exist without her. You mirror her investment. If she steps back, you step back, not out of spite, but out of self-respect. You have to understand that her trauma bond with the toxic guy is powerful. You cannot logic her out of it. You cannot nice her out of it. The only thing that breaks that spell is a man who is stable but dangerous. A man who is kind but who has boundaries of steel. A man who will open the car door for her, but who will also drive away if she disrespects his time. Stop being the doormat. Stop being the emotional tampon for her problems with other men. If she starts talking about Damon, you cut it off. You say, "I'm not here to talk about him." You have to be willing to walk away from the table. It's the only negotiating power you have. If you are tired of being the spectator in your own love life, if you are sick of being the friend while the bad boys get the intimacy, you need to wake up. This isn't about being mean, it's about having a spine. It's about realizing that you are the prize. The next time you feel that urge to double text, to apologize for existing, to fold under pressure, don't. Let the silence sit. Let the anxiety burn you up and use it as fuel to build a better version of yourself. She will either respect you and come to you, or she will stay with the narcissist and burn. Either way, you win because you are no longer a slave to her validation. If you're ready to stop being a victim of your own nice guy conditioning and reclaim your masculinity, hit that subscribe button. We aren't here to comfort you with lies. We're here to arm you for the reality. Put the phone down, go do something that makes you better. Let her wonder where you are for once, become the mountain. Mountains don't chase, they stand.